I was muted. I am a smart cookie. I am a professional streamer. Anyways. This will get started any second now. Last time YaSaRAh won. If YaSaRAh wins again, he makes it extremely difficult for the other players in order to be able to qualify for the final round. So maybe YaSaRAh can start gatekeeping some of these players. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, Hakane is asking people to not go to hospital. Now you know for a fact that people are going to go to hospital. We'll see how this goes. And GameSon's on Kiara. What's funny about that is that GameSon is a very big fan of Fartier, and Fartier's favorite character is Kiara. That might actually be why he's playing Fartier. That might be actually why he's playing Kiara. Ryu Tokura is on Rosalio. Happy Rosalio. There's actually two Rosalios. Rosalio is extremely good this patch. And there is Miwa on... Was that Miwa on Barbara? Did Miwa just play? Is he... Huh? Huh.
I'm feeling like a champ today.
He's feeling like a champ today. Looks like Ryu Tokura is trying to force a what's it called? A Statue of Soteria. Yeah, literally checking both areas for Statue of Soteria. You're gonna have to do something else this game. Unfortunate.
Where is tonight's ballroom?
Operafurry on the Jenny. Starting with Dress from Purple Cell.
I'm feeling like a
Aizawa taking that trade a little bit too long. They could just randomly die early from that. Xerwrath going for what looks like a Brazil gauntlet setup. They have a very fast Chi Pao. If they're able to get alcohol, they're very set. It looks like Hakane is trying to... Hakane is the Adriana, by the way. It looks like they're trying to set up a ashtray setup, but looks like they got forced off of that.
Alas, the end will now begin.
And GameSon has all the stamina in the world. Literally all of it.
Allow me to perform the greatest show.
And YaSaRAh is on the Emma again. Last time YaSaRAh played Emma, he was able to completely sweep the lobby. We'll see if that happens again. Although this time YaSaRAh is not playing Blunt, they are playing Throw. It just feels like it. Or maybe they just felt like there were too many Blunts in the lobby. That's also entirely possible.
Because I will burn everything anyway.
Once I'm paid, I'm getting out of this shitty job.
Ooh, almost died from that. That's just the power of Rosalio right there, just able to randomly kill people.
Right?
Uh-oh. 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 No food. Is he going to die? Operafurry, very low. Plenilune Gaze playing Hand Barbara. Full on troll mode, let's go.
I'm feeling like a champ today. This one's gonna be a fly ball. This one,
What a guy. He's like, I'm already going to be able to play in the final round. This round doesn't matter, so we're gonna troll. What a guy. Up, there goes Ryu Tokura. He dead. So wait, is this...
Alas, you will...
I need to check something. Because there's a lot of Group C players in here.
Where's tonight's
whatever. Oh, no. It's because it's like a round robin. Never mind. I really don't know what's going on. I'm going to be completely honest here. But Ryu died extremely early, snagging that 10th place. Look at our Ryu go.
I'm feeling like a champ today.
One of my most favorite details about this particular Rosalia skin is that his body hair resembles a Christmas tree, and it's the most creepy thing in the world, and it's wonderful. Oh, look at the hand, Barbara, already E-mastery. Look at them stonks.
Now, allow me to perform the greatest
YaSaRAh is actually almost out of thrown weapons. Looks like they just kind of rushed armor and then was just like, I'll just make weapons later. It'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
You sure about this? Honestly, I'm not.
Where's tonight's ballroom?
Operafurry, almost dead, has no food, and their play dead has already triggered. So they have 0 safety for the,
I'm feeling like
like
a champ
another
today.
like 10 minutes. Yeah, Miwa's just trolling.
This is nothing compared to the past.
Where shall I start? It doesn't
Looks
matter.
like Hakane decided to transition to high explosive grenades. Either that, or maybe they got just forced off a tunnel earlier and then ended up doing that. I thought that they were going to go for Ashtray, but I guess not.
You sure
Looks
about
like
this?
the
Honestly,
Barbara's trying to secure some lighters so that they can make some food and stay safe. Meanwhile, Glaze Lily just looking for scrap
Once
metal.
I'm paid, I'm getting out of this.
Indonesian Kara with no food,
Excuse me.
hoping to get some lighters. Those players might end up actually both running because they were both low.
Where's tonight's ballroom?
Okay, I really want to see Plenilune Gaze.
Alas,
That was a lot of damage.
hooray for
So GameStop needs a lighter in order to have a little bit of safety this game.
Where's tonight's ballroom?
Operafurry almost dead
You
with like no armor at all. There just seems to be a lot of players just struggling this game. It's not like the last game we saw where it was like very close.
Compared to the past.
Meanwhile, the Hyunwoo has a very stable build. That's actually some really strong RNG drops there. Plenilune Gaze is going to be able to finish armor very consistently here. Operafurry pulling a season 3 right now. You know what? True. It looks like Plenilune Gaze decides not to stack right now. They're currently at 17 stacks, and they're just going to try to secure their armor and food just for safety, and then probably going to stack later. For those of you who don't know how Barbara works, Barbara gains stacks every time she hits somebody with her turret drones, and she can only make a turret drone when she spends a gun on it. Okay, Tree of Life. I see you. I see you.
Where shall I start? It doesn't matter.
Hakane was actually able to finish all of his high explosive grenades, but unfortunately his armor is lacking just because of how much he got contested, but he's doing a lot better than some of the other players in the lobbies, so you know what, that's fine. Meanwhile, Glaze Lily very much struggling to get
This is nothing.
their build underway. They need scrap metal. Haven't been able to find it all game. Most likely because they ended up getting contested off of it, and also Barbara contesting for a lot of scrap metal. I don't even know if Plenilune is qualified for any points this round. I think that they're substituting for someone.
This is nothing.
Hyunwoo almost dead, but they're able to get a lot of food here. Wonder what happened to them. That's like such a mood when you use dogfight right after you get phony dealed. Unfortunate, no mastery there. Their build is mostly fine. It is a little bit questionable how they'll finish their. Oh, Indonesian Kara died. Not sure how.
Alas,
Probably from GameSon. GameSon has a lot of food. They're incredibly stable right now. Their build is almost done. Like, it doesn't even matter that their weapon's almost done. What's more important than weapon is armor. And with that, they're going to be able to trade very efficiently, build up their armor, and then they're going to have a ton of kill pressure the moment that they actually do finish their weapon. Plenilune Gaze looking for an opportunity to just get a moment to catch their breath.
This is nothing.
Oh, they were actually able to find the corpse and grab a ton of boiling water. That's actually no small deal for Barbara. Barbara typically struggles with stamina, especially because he spends so much time making guns. Plenilune Gaze will now be able to go for some stamina and be able to make it a lot easier for them to make guns.
You sure about this? Honestly,
Barbara was at like 17 stacks last we looked, and GLAZE Lily died. They just got the scrap metal. That is so unfortunate. I am sorry, friend.
Because I will burn everything anyway.
Meanwhile, Adriana just saying Adriana things. Unfortunately, it wasn't a very valuable kill. There's just not a lot on that corpse. Like, that player was very much struggling.
This is nothing. Here comes another.
This Hyunwoo is having so much trouble this game.
Will now begin.
Like, they were stable earlier, and then they just ended up fighting people, and then just, like, just way too contested. Things happen. Plenilune Gaze has a ton of food for a Barbara right now. They're at 25 stacks.
The greatest show.
Meanwhile, YaSaRAh at B+ with more than enough weapons to last them the entire game. We won't be seeing them running out of weapons anytime soon. Kundala! They brought out the Kundala, and they got tobacco leaves. Oh! He died. I don't know who killed him, but he died to someone.
How? Now allow me to perform the greatest show.
Looks like he's committing to the pirate flag because he dropped the meteorite. He seems to value the pirate flag a little bit more than the moonstone.
Alas, the end will now begin.
Oh, GameSon was actually able to get Holy Blood. That's no small deal.
I'm feeling like a champ today.
And I don't get to talk about the Holy Blood at all. Awesome.
Watch it.
I actually get zero control over the observation mode because the only way to have the tournament be played in the Southeast Asian server is for somebody that lives there to live stream it. So we're actually like, we're not screen sharing, they're live streaming, and then I'm just kind of live streaming over their live stream. That's just how it ended up working.
I'm feeling like a champ today.
Okay, so Rosalia's armor is almost done. I think the most glaring thing is the fact that they weren't able to finish their body armor yet. And what's annoying is that every time that they try to, they're going to keep running into Plenilune Gaze, who is actually stronger than them right now. Or are they? Maybe they're just scared. That was only 97 stat attack. I just assumed that they left because they were weak or something. That's what I assumed.
I'm feeling.
Oh, that defect. I mean, it doesn't really matter on Spy Umbrella, just because Spy Umbrella's damage doesn't really change. It's just more afraid of your weapon getting destroyed. YaSaRAh has a huge fridge. Do they have control over Bear Gorilla right now? I actually don't know who has control over Bear Gorilla. It looks like they're very much trying to get Bear right now. They keep switching between Bear areas and just waiting for the respawn. But unfortunately, they're not going to be able to keep it if they can't out-contest the Adriana there. So it looks like they've given up and are trying for Gorilla. They happen to get it. Awesome. one more hit and they should be able to get some Braised Burdock. Obviously, you want to be making, oh, it actually dropped Gimbap. Okay, yeah, that's way better than picking up the Burdock there. Okay, so that was a very lucky gorilla drop. And so, like, for a lot of people, that might actually be confusing why you would want to pick up the Gimbap there rather than the Braised Burdock, because making the Braised Burdock there would have been 180 healing, but the thing about picking up the Gimbap there is that it's free, right? They don't have to spend the soy sauce, and then they can use the soy sauce on something else later, letting them get more food. So that's the reason why picking up the Gimbap off of the animal corpse is correct. So GameSon is in a very comfortable position. They're not quite full build yet, but I mean, 209 armor is nothing to sniff at. Snuff at, sniff at. I don't actually know the saying. Excuse me. AizawaJun has a decent amount of armor. Unfortunately, they're defected. And they don't actually have much of a plan for another weapon yet. They're trying to go for a Plasma Whip. We'll see how that works out for them. Meanwhile, Plenilune Gaze actually has Boots of Hermes. That's actually a very big deal, because if you heard me talking about it earlier, Barbara tends to struggle a lot with stamina. And so this gives him a lot of breathing room. He's already at 38 stacks. It's not quite enough to pull ahead of most players, especially because I believe the Kiara has a Tachyon Blade. And you're going to need a lot more stacks in order to pull ahead of a Tachyon Blade. Scoff at. That's the word. Thank you. Thank you, chat.
It doesn't matter.
I forgot how you say it. It's okay, I'm a Pepega. It's fine. Oh, they actually used arson here? But nobody was contesting you. Okay, cool. Uh-oh, you gotta leave. You could get crit out. Uh-oh. That was dangerous. They almost got crit out. I mean, they're alive. So there's that. Yeah, Plenilune Gaze is just finding everyone. Meanwhile, YaSaRAh has a ton of food. And they're just going to keep making more. Looks like YaSaRAh ditched the, what's it called? The pickaxe, deciding that I'm not going to be able to find a gemstone. Instead, my time is better spent trying to make food and trying to pull ahead that way. I'll just pick up a helmet off of a corpse, or maybe I'll get a lucky mithril. It's not worth wasting my time.
I'm right here.
So unfortunately, because of this, they're going to be taking more damage from people than you normally would. Obviously, that armor difference doesn't matter when you're fighting against Spy Umbrella. Spy Umbrella does a fixed amount of damage anyway. And it looks like Rosalia is actually almost ready to finish their Plasma Whip. So Rosalia will actually start having crits that matter. Because the thing about Spy Umbrella is that Spy Umbrella doesn't actually help crits. It doesn't scale with crits very well at all. And that being said, Spy Umbrella is just decent damage throughout the mid-game anyways. That usually it doesn't matter. The only thing that you miss out on Rosalia from not having a regular weapon is that you won't be able to randomly kill people in the mid-game.
Alas, the end.
Looks like GameSon got punched for free. But yeah, GameSon with Tachyon Blade's incredibly scary. He's very likely to be able to transition this into a win. And Plenilune Gaze just does not have enough stacks yet in order to outvalue that. And it looks like Plenilune Gaze is also getting contested really hard. And like, the harder you get contested at Barbara, the harder it is to make stacks. That's just how it is.
Now, allow me to perform the greatest show.
It's still very close. Like, Plenilune Gaze, YaSaRAh, and GameSon all have a very decent chance of winning. For Rosalia specifically, though, like, yeah, he can just, like, randomly kill people with crits.
Alas, the end.
If he, like, randomly kills Kiara, for example, and, like, takes the Crimson Flowers, he can just straight up win. So, you can't really count out Rosalia yet. Rosalia is a strong character because of his ability to just randomly steal wins like that. I'd like to remind you that they continuously buff Rosalia. Like, every single time they change Rosalia, it's always a buff. Rosalia's almost dead.
Feeling like a champ today.
Maybe he'll get a random kill. We'll have to see.
Alas,
There are 3 people at Hotel. And it's on fire. Okay. That's what we're doing today.
I
Yeah, I believe the Rosalia is completely out of food. Oh wow, is the Kiara actually going to get outvalued? Oh, that's so unfortunate. The missed search. They got free baked potatoes from that. Oh no, Plenilune Gaze. I saw that missed search. That was a missed search.
Where shall I start?
There goes the hand, Barbara. Unfortunate. Uh-oh.
I'm feeling like a.
Does he have... Oh, he almost has Clutch Hitter back. So, he wasn't in a position to be able to kill somebody with Clutch Hitter quite yet.
Will now
Uh-oh. GameSon saying, this is not worth it. I'm giving up.
start.
That was very much a give up if I've ever seen one. Unfortunately for Hakane, that ended up costing him a lot of food to get that kill. And so YaSaRAh will probably just pull ahead. Because YaSaRAh is incredibly stable right now, has a lot of food. Unless they get like randomly crit out by Rosalia, they're probably... Oh, Rosalia got another kill, but that kill wasn't very valuable.
I'm feeling like a champ.
So yeah, he used his Clutch Hitter. He's hoping to get a bat here. If he gets bat, he'll be able to pull back in because he was able to get chocolate off of Bear. So he's going to try to stay here as long as he can. Hopefully he gets it.
Now, allow me
Oh.
to become
81. That is very scary for YaSaRAh. No way! He got the bread! Oh, that is
Feeling like a champ.
so sad. I am so sorry, friends.
This.
He almost won, and then YaSaRAh just steals it. Says, no, no bread for you. You're not getting the Choco Pies. Not today. And YaSaRAh wins again. Very strong play.